Should be ready.
All right, awesome. Good evening, everybody. It is Michelle Poe here with my husband, Shawn Poe, and a very, very, very special guest tonight, Mr. Tyler Daniels. I can't even begin to explain to you how honored we are to have him here with us tonight. But first, we just want to welcome you. We want to welcome you to some information that was introduced to us some years ago that came to us from a very good friend of mine who was a dietitian at the Heart Hospital here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And she came and said, Michelle, I know you're passionate about people, you're passionate about health, you're entrepreneurial, you've got to check this out. And I was like, what in the world is going on? She had absolutely no idea of just how sick I was, what was going on at home with my husband and the stresses that he had in his job, having to lay off a lot of people and do so many things. And that we had a lady living with us from Spain with our two daughters who go to the Spanish immersion school. We were literally the definition of no time. So it's true that there's just a lot of people out there that have no idea what's going on in our lives, right? Until they really dig in and get to know. And I thank God every single day that Nikki Elsing shared this gift that we're going to be sharing with you tonight with us, because it has literally transformed not only my health, our marriage, our family time together, our true mission in life, and our purpose of making a difference in this world. So what you're going to be hearing tonight, I'm just here to tell you, it is real. Listen to it, let it sink in, and just give the person that introduced you to this information tonight, let them know how thankful that you are for them. Give them a hug, a high five, a text of anything of that sort, because they just care that you have this information. It's really, really important that you know that. So I'm going to introduce Tyler here because we're going to get to him and this. I'm just going to read it off of here, but I just want to tell you, he is an Air Force veteran. Can we all give him a round of applause, a thank you in the chat, all the things of that sort. I get emotional any and every time that I come into contact with anyone that has served. So thank you to you and your gorgeous bride, Tyler. Truly, I can never say enough thanks to that. And as I said, his wife as well. She is a strong, beautiful force. So he is married. He is a father of 3, a grandfather of 1. And we just recently saw many pictures. And let's just say, oh, he's pulling it up right now, I think. He's probably going to be really excited about this. I'm guessing that is Tyler. Is that Tyler? Going to be very excited about showing his grandbaby, because the grandbaby, I hear, we do not have them yet, but they literally take over your love explosion heart. Yes, anybody here a grandbaby, have grandbabies? Yes. And before he was in this profession, he was a real estate appraiser for over 10 years, and he has been in this profession, you guys, for over 20 years. You know, Tyler's brain blows my mind every time that I talk to him and speak to him. He has a similar brain as my husband, where they think in numbers, and they're very, you know, they've got black and white, where Shawn says, I'm love and butterflies and rainbows and humans and heart and people and purpose, where Tyler and Shawn, they are all of that, but they can see things differently. They can forecast things differently, and they can really guide you to where you're going in life in a beautiful way. So Tyler, I just want to again thank you. We are so grateful that you are here tonight. Come and share with us the gift that we have here with these unbelievable products, right? That universities and institutions around the world have validated. Share with us this company and the mission and the opportunity. Please, please, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, tonight is not really about me, you guys. When we have an opportunity like we have tonight, what happens in this company, and I hope this is the first thing that you'll take away from this call, is that we rally behind those people that are doing something special. And this team right here has figured something out in just the last few months to push a whole bunch of people into what we call elite ranks, and Michelle and Shawn over the pinnacle of our company to the highest rank in the company. So what I want to do with you guys tonight is I want to talk to you about how they did that. I want to talk to you really quick about where this company, where it came from, kind of how it started, so that you can understand why it's in this industry. And then I want to talk to you a little bit about how you can get involved, whether it's on the nutrition or the health side of this company, or even on the financial side, or both. And so to dive into that really quick, you guys, let me say this to lend myself a little bit of credibility. There's 14 people at the top of this company. I happen to be one of them. And if Shawn and Michelle hit this tonight, they're going to be number 15. So we are excited about that. And I just got off a call with them earlier today.
You
It is
guys,
going to
Tyler
be
is the
incredible.
company.
Well,
He is
I
the
am
master
excited,
of it.
guys. This is not me. This is us rallying. Believe it or not, we are not even on the same team. And so those of us at the top of the company really, really want to put our arms around and help elevate anyone getting close. And the point I'm trying to make with that is that if you've been in this industry or around this industry, if you've heard anything about this industry, that is something that is very unique. It's very unique that a team would rally behind people that are not even part of the same lineage in that company. So here we are tonight. Let me take you guys back to the very, very beginning of this company and talk to you about a few things about why this company is in this industry. And I'm gonna intermingle a few things that the industry has done that I believe that this company has corrected and done a really good job of fixing from the last 20 or 30 or 40 years of this industry. Okay. So a couple decades ago, I would say, maybe 3 decades ago, there was a scientist who figured out that there is a pathway in your body that if you can turn it on, it will make your body behave like it did when it was young. Now, what I mean by that is it will correct all the mistakes. It will correct all of the problems that you create as you grow. Now, the problem with this pathway is that this pathway will actually start shutting down as you get older. It's kind of like a faucet. It'll shut down. And as it shuts down and stops producing the enzymes to correct all the problems that you create, then those problems take over. And to not get too grim here, but you just die. I mean, that's kind of how it works. You know, your body's really good at repairing itself, and then it's not, and then you die. And so what he did is he went on a journey to go out and see if he could fix that. He said, is there a way that we can create something that will trigger your body to go back and turn those systems back on? And so he spent his life doing that. And then just a few years ago, he actually brought a product to market that was proven out in his scientific lab to do that. The problem was they didn't really know how to get it out into the public. See, what had happened, you guys, is there was a lot of antioxidant information. There was a whole lot of consumption antioxidant information out there. In fact, companies were so proud of this antioxidant message that they plastered it on everything. I mean, they would put it on cereal boxes, if you can imagine. They would put it on soda pop, if you can imagine. But we didn't want to take that path. We did not want to take the path of actual marketing through, like, say, advertising. We decided to go out and do this through word of mouth. We decided to give you an opportunity to be the one that introduces this incredible technology to all your friends, all your family around the world. And by doing that, it allowed us to go out and then compensate you for doing that very behavior. So we about 10 or 12 years ago now, decided to put this product into the hands of all of us and start figuring out how to compensate everybody. It's called Nerf 2. It's called Protandem in our company. And we were wildly successful. In fact, I would say that we were so successful that we outgrew our ability to provide leadership to the people and training to the people on how to continue to grow. That's what I would say. We grew to $200 million, you guys, in the first 3 years of business. $200 million in the first 3 years of business. So what we then had to do is what a lot of companies that become big in this industry is we had to go back and look at, we had to go back and actually investigate what is it about our company that we need to do better. And we've spent the last couple of years doing that. And then just recently in the last year, we figured it out again. So these companies typically go through, I would say, 3 waves. If you want to be really, really big, they go through an initial wave, which is generally built around timing. You know, it's all fear of missing out. People hear about an incredible product that will do something like this, that will reverse aging. They want to get involved because they're afraid if they don't get involved right then, they miss out. The next phase is when companies figure out how to actually take that marketing and make it specialized, add products to a product catalog. They look at their compensation plan and figure out better ways to actually compensate people for behavior. How do you drive specific behaviors that will allow them to go out and make this an easier conversation for people to see? They then go through this big second wave that takes them from, say, a $200 million company to that, $500 or $600 or $700 million company. And that is exactly where we are today. This company has gone through the last couple of years of understanding what moves you, what will make you excited, added products like our collagen product that has been wildly successful. I mean, we always felt like if we could make your body feel better, we might as well make you look better, right? And that's kind of how the collagen edition is. There's also a lot of people that got really excited about collagen because we figured out another way to compensate people for talking about that collagen. So here in the last year, you guys, we've had 25 people hit what we call an elite rank, which is the upper ranks. It's the top 4 ranks of our company. 25 brand new people hit those elite ranks. And just last month, we had another person hit the top rank, and we're on the verge of possibly tonight having another one go over tonight. And so we think we figured that puzzle out. We think that we're able to now go into that next phase and not abandon any of the stuff that got us here. In fact, doubling down on the power of our Protandim product as the core of our company, because everyone loves it. And then we think we've kind of figured out a few little products that will supplement that message or add to that message that makes your job as a distributor in this company just a little teeny bit easier. And that's why we're on this call tonight. That's why we're rallying behind Shawn and Michelle tonight, is to hopefully invite you to be a part of that. We want you to investigate our products. We want you to use our products. We want you to understand the simplicity of these products. So let me talk a little teeny bit more about what Protandim has done in the last 10 years to give you some confidence as to whether or not maybe you want to take the product, or even, ideally help us tell the world about this product. We want the biggest footprint possible. We believe that Protandim should be in every single person's hands. And here's why. When we got introduced to this, there wasn't a lot of science behind it. But one of the problems in the industry is that products didn't have a lot of science. So it wasn't really a big hurdle at the time. But what we chose to do is set an example. We chose to set an example for the industry by going out and getting what's called peer-reviewed science. Now, what that means is that you have places like Harvard or Ohio State or Louisiana State or the National Institutes of Health or the American Heart Association that went out and tried to disprove what this product is. And then they went to their peers and said, is our science correct? If the science was correct, they then gave it the stamp of what's called a peer review. And we have 30 of these. The biggest, most important one to me is the one from the National Institutes of Health that said you can live longer. It said, if you'll take this product consistently, you will literally live longer. And I love the fact that that study came out and said that, because who doesn't want to live longer? The only problem with living longer, you guys, if you don't have enough money to live longer better, to live longer happier, to live longer with all the excitement that comes with having this giant finances behind you. So we have 30 of these studies, you guys, that confirm this. And what it really means to me or you, or to anybody that you invite to this project, is that they don't have to be the expert. That's what it really means. It means that you don't have to sit down at a kitchen table and wonder if you're smarter than the person that's sitting across from you. Because I promise you, I'm not smarter than Harvard. I am not smarter than the National Institutes of Health. I am not smarter than Ohio State, and I don't have to be. All I have to do is be willing to go out and invite people to look at the information, show them where it's at, and then just say, hey, help me talk to people. Help me talk to people about this thing. And if you will do that, you guys, this company is on fire right now. This company is growing extraordinarily fast right now. And that kind of leads us to really why you're here. We need your help. That's just what it is. We need your help. We need your help as a consumer. If you want a higher quality of life, a better feeling, if you want more energy, we need your help. If you want to help us tell the story, we need your help doing that with this company. LifeVantage, you guys, is a very stable company. It's a publicly held company. The nice thing for you and I is that we can actually follow what they do quarter after quarter after quarter. And what you're going to see over the next year is this explosive growth that I'm talking about tonight. So if you heard me talk about timing, and that's something that's important to you, you could not have better timing for the second wave of this company. You're going to have complete access to the financials, complete access to the numbers. You're going to watch the company really celebrate and show you all the people having success. And all you kind of have to do is get in the way. That's really about all you have to do. You've got to get involved in a system with a team that is growing right now. And there is no better example of that in this company right now than Shawn and Michelle and the extraordinary team that they have. They have two brand new people hitting the top 4 ranks of their company. And they just hit it today. 2 brand new people. So you have a product that is validated that you do not see in the industry anywhere else. You have a product that has peer-reviewed research that no one else has. We are setting the standard going forward. When regulatory agencies look at this industry, they go, that's the company we want you to be like. Okay, so we have the product. We have an aggressive compensation plan. And because we're publicly held, you can see how much we pay out. It's 46 to 48% of every single dollar, every single month, back to all of you to help us tell the world about a product that has more validation than anything in the entire industry. We pay 46 to 48% to pay you about a product that has more validation than anywhere in the industry. Okay. And then the last part of the puzzle for you, if you're looking at this, if you think that you want to participate, is, am I joining a system that is growing? Am I part of a group that has excitement, that has support, that has leadership, that knows how to get you involved, that knows what step 1, 2, and 3 are so that you can have early success? That's the last question. And there is no better example of that than Shawn and Michelle and the incredible organization they have right now. So you guys, when I heard that they were close, I said, if there's anything I can do, anything I can do at all, I want to help. I want to rally behind you and your team and help you push yourselves over the top. Now, I'm only giving you the surface stuff. I'm giving you just the surface. And the intent here is to maybe pique your interest. The intent here is to maybe help you just make that last little bit of a decision. I'm assuming you saw the ABC Primetime special by the time you get on a call like this. I'm assuming that. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It was the genesis of our company, okay? Go watch the ABC Primetime. You'll see the scientists. You'll see a study by John Quinones and ABC Primetime Reports. It was the genesis of our company, which has then led to this incredible opportunity for you guys that you're seeing tonight, okay, or that you've seen in the last couple of days. So I thank you guys for having me be on here. I know that's just a brief overview, but I want to dive a little deeper based on what Shawn and Michelle maybe want me to dive a little deeper. So if you guys have some questions, jump in.
Love that, Tyler. And you are an example of how to do this business right. Definitely have considered you a mentor as we came in with zero experience. But one of the things that is super important to Michelle and I is community and people we do life with. And I know you've been successful at other network marketing companies, but why do you think LifeVantage is different in that regard?
So one of the biggest differences, and this is gonna sound a little bit maybe strange if you're not familiar with the industry, but the culture in this company is different. And I'm not saying everything is perfect because, you know, it's like a big family here and brothers and sisters fight sometimes, okay? I'm not saying it's perfect, but I can tell you that there is a genuine concern about one another in this company, and it does not exist in a lot of other companies. I promise you that is a very, very unique thing here. The other unique thing for me, which is why I actually chose to be a part of this company and help be one of the pioneers that were establishing the early pathways in this company, is because they truly were setting a standard with the product. And I cannot emphasize that enough. You know, you will not find the validation that this company has anywhere else in the industry. It just does not exist. Okay. So that would really be number 2. And then number 3, you guys, is this company is constantly looking for ways to improve its compensation. We have an MVP program right now that if you'll just get involved in the MVP program, you really don't have to do much other than follow it. And if you will grow through that MVP program, you will qualify for every bonus, every rank, and you just do it over and over and over again. It's really that simple. We have an event structure where we bring everybody together, and we have a template in place that it doesn't play favorites. Now, that is a very unique thing in this industry. Again, this company says, if you hit this rank and you're the latest one to hit it, we're going to have you speaking. It's a template that allows there to be fairness and celebrate the growth wherever the growth is happening, which creates a real friendly competition amongst all the other groups. And so those are 4 things, you guys, that are very, very unique about our company. And going forward, I don't expect it to be any different. Our CEO is very, very data driven. So if you can't prove it to him in data, he's probably not listening much. But all of the data is pointing to where this company is headed, and we're excited. So that's what I would say the 4 things are.
I love it. And then, you know, I know there's people out there that they're not in the position I was in, where I wanted out of what I was doing full time. Can you speak just briefly to maybe the person that's looking for just some supplemental income and the possibility of not having to jump in and run as fast as like Michelle and I did?
You absolutely, you guys. One of the core things of our compensation, well, there's basically 3 phases in it. One is more of a supplementary phase, which is the early phase, where you can make a bunch of money just from, say, just talking about the product. There's a leadership phase in there where if you want to start developing a little bit of leadership, you might be able to add enough income to your life that would be similar to what you're currently making, and that gives you choices. Okay. The next thing is the big phase, where you might have this option to leave what you're doing and do this full time. And so those 3 phases exist with our compensation plan. And I love that about this company. I will tell you, I have been, I call myself voluntarily active. That's what I call myself. I am 51 years old. I have been voluntarily active in this company since I was about 43, because I had made a decision about 20 years ago that I was going to understand this industry. This industry is very misunderstood. Very, very, there's a lot of rumor mill out there. There's a whole lot of, stereotypes out there. And I decided I was going to try to find a company that was breaking the stereotypes, that did not succumb to those stereotypes. And so I did that. And when I found this company, I just aggressively went in, and it's allowed me to be voluntarily active for, I prefer to say that rather than retired, because I still do stuff like this, And so, but it allowed me to do that at a very, very young age. And so I start to look at, and the thing that I work on my own team is I start to try to be prepared for what's coming. And I don't know if everybody agrees. I'm not trying to have a debate here, but I believe that we've got some pretty rough economic times potentially coming over the next year or two. And I am not going to find myself wishing I had done something too late. That's not the position that I want to be in. And so I'm not asking people to quit their jobs. I'm not asking people to do this full time. I'm asking people to start being prepared for what we believe is coming. And if it doesn't come, you're just better off. I mean, you don't have to agree with me. You can think everything's going to be phenomenal and the markets are going to be great. You can believe that, and that's fine. You will be better off if you will help this company establish its footprint around the world. You'll just be better off. You'll just have more choices. And it's one of the things that I know my family enjoys is the choices. I want to know that I am not beholden to just one little industry or just one little stream of income. I would encourage you guys to have multiple. I do. I have multiple. This is my largest stream of income by far. It's the one I put all of my activity in, is this stream of income, because it's the one that I focus on. It's where I know that there is a giant return for my effort. When I was taught early on about this, I was taught that you work, and then get paid. And then over time, you're going to work and get paid. And it's kind of the rule of the penny doubling every day is that's really what that means. And that is the position that we can put you guys in if you understand or get involved with or start to follow the system of a team like what Shawn and Michelle are doing. You guys, they have all this stuff in place. You don't have to learn it like I did. I had to learn everything the hard way. These guys know how to walk you through all those things. How do you identify a product? What does your behavior have to look like? What does the system look like? How do you tell others? They have the system in place. And that's probably the most important thing I could teach someone if you want to be prepared for what's coming. Get involved, be coachable, and then be prepared. That's the best advice I could ever give somebody. Because at the end of the day, you guys, anybody can quit. I mean, this is not an expensive operation. It's not like you're going out and, buying $1 million store or something. This is not an expensive outlay of cash. This is just it's an opportunity to make the kind of returns that you can get from those big investments on a very, very small investment. And I love that about our industry.
I love it. I love it. So one of the cool things that I've seen is the transition of people's kids in this business. We saw your daughter go through younger days. She actually now has a child and you're a grandfather. Talk to me about how building this and putting the time and energy and effort into this has transformed what you're able to do now to just be that grandfather and be around to watch them live their life.
I love that question. Unfortunately, I'm when this happens to you, it becomes the center of your universe, and everyone has to hear about it. That's the unfortunate part, I guess. But rather than talk about how it's changed my life, because my grandson's only 1 year old, and so it's basically, we're just learning how to roll a basketball back and forth together. That's all we're really learning. Let me talk to you about a really close friend of mine named Dr. Campbell and what it's allowed him to do, because he has a whole bunch of grandkids, and his oldest grandkid is 14 years old and experiencing some really extreme success in baseball. But they play games at that level. When you get to the point where you're on a traveling team, you're playing games in the middle of the week. I mean, it's not just like a Friday night. And so if you want to have the freedom to be able to participate in that as a grandfather, you have to have an income stream that allows you to do it. And he has games all the time, every week on Thursdays and Fridays, and at 9 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. And he does not miss a game. Ever. It doesn't matter if it's in San Diego or in Utah or wherever they go, he does not miss a game. And it's just one of the side benefits of doing something like this that gives you that kind of freedom back. Because everybody knows at the end of the day, it's not age that retires you. It's not age that gives you freedom. That's just not what it is. What gives you freedom is passive income. What gives you freedom is a source of income that is no longer dependent on your behaviors and your activities. And so you follow a system that allows you to elevate yourself, where you have enough leadership develop below you that are on that same path, so that when they get to the top of the company now, you are now removed from the generation of your income, and it allows you to have those freedoms. And that is probably the single most important thing to me. And it doesn't have to be to you. I mean, there's a lot of people that I know in this industry that the single most important thing in their mind is the impact they're having on other people's health. And you can't find a better product than what we have, but that is something that they want. To me, it's the generation of freedom for me to spend the time with my family and set the example for my family that I want to set. I don't want to miss the moments. That's just all there is to it. I don't want to miss the moments. And so I've done that, and I teach other people to do that. And when we see a team like Shawn and Michelle, like you guys, like what you're doing, we want to rally behind you guys and help push you in any way we can. My message is not for everybody, and I understand that. But what if you're listening to me tonight and you're going, this guy doesn't appeal to me. It's okay. There's somebody on their team that does. I promise you. They have doctors, they have lawyers, they have teachers, they have young people, they have old. There's somebody on their team that I promise you that their message will resonate with you. Mine is just a 20-year message that I'm a lot like Shawn. We're a little more analytical about, if I'm going to do this, I need to check some boxes, and I've checked those boxes with you multiple times in this conversation. Okay. But that's how my brain works. So if your brain works that way, we need you to join. You guys, we need so much help. We need so much help. This is an incredible product. You're not going to find it anywhere else. And you have incredible people. I have some of the best friends I've ever had in my life because of this company right here. And I don't even know what that's worth.
I love it. I love it. So last wrap up question is to me, building a business, there's things you could join that are going to have a short-term life. And so stability and longevity were super important to me. What do you think are the biggest factors in that for LifeVantage?
Well, Shawn's going to get me in trouble on this call. We're recording this. So how about the fact that we've monopolized the conversation on anti-aging? I don't know. I mean, how about that? how about the fact that nobody has a product like ours, and we have all the patents on it? If you want longevity, you guys, you need a product that nobody else can make. You need a product that has significant impact on people's lives. You need a product that everyone who hears about it wants to use it. Okay. Longevity, you guys, that's what does it. The next thing you've got to do, in my opinion, if you want longevity, is look at a company that's kind of in what we call the sweet spot of its growth cycle. We're about a 12-year-old company, and we're in that phase that's going to be way bigger than the first. The first phase, you guys, is chaos. I'm just going to tell you, everyone goes, oh, you got to be first. No, you don't. You need to be first on the second wave. That's where everything is organized, and there's massive growth, and the systems are in place, and your behavior generates a better return for you. You don't want to be in the chaos at the beginning. And you guys are in the sweet spot. So if I'm looking for longevity, I'm looking for a company that's actually stood the test of time. Let me ask you this question. This pandemic that we've gone through around the world over the last 2 or 3 years has destroyed a lot of companies in this industry too. In the space that we're in, it's destroyed a lot of companies. Why has LifeVantage not suffered like all these other companies in the space? Why do you think that is? And it's because of the legitimacy of a product. If you want longevity, it has to be able to withstand circumstances that are out of your control. And that's where this peer-reviewed science, the power of the product, the impact it has on people's lives that they feel by using our product, that's where longevity is at, in my opinion. Okay. So once you find that, if you can identify that, all you've got to do is say, how do I get paid? And if the pay is significant, which is to me means just competitive. I don't want a company to be paying more than competitive, because then they're at the risk of going out of business because they don't make enough money to support the systems that we need on the corporate side. I want them to be competitive. That's what a company needs to be, is competitive. So when you're doing 46 to 48% in payout, that is a competitive compensation plan. And you guys, like, I could keep you here all night talking about this part, because this is Shawn and I's, this is our wheelhouse. Okay. Let me give you one little thing on the finance side. If all the money is being sent to the top, not a good company. I'm just going to tell you now. And there's people in this industry that make absurd amounts of money at the top. Okay. But companies can only pay so much out. So if it's all going to the top, who are they leaving out? Where are they not paying the money? So when you can find compensation plans that will balance that power of payout, balance the financial payout, then that's a company that has the longevity you're looking for. It has the sustainability that you're looking for, and you're going to be rewarded all the way through that process until you get to the top, which then is completing the circle again, if you will, because when you're at the top and your team is being compensated properly, that creates stability for you. If your team is not being paid properly, then you have chaos at the bottom. You have going in the front door, going out the back door, for example. They sign up and then they quit. So there's a lot of little moving pieces in a company that have to be in place if you want the longevity and sustainability that we're looking for with the kind of financial return that comes from aggressively participating with that company. And we have it, and you're going to find it here. You guys, I love having the conversation with brand new people and then have them challenge stuff and opening a door saying, well, here's the answer to that. And they go, oh, well, that's good. And I go, yeah. Then you open another door. Oh, well, that's good. And we go, yeah, it is. This company, you guys, has taken the stereotypes and the failures that this industry is, that are obvious inside this industry, and corrected them. And I think that's probably why we were able to make it through the pandemic the way we did, with very little impact on us at all. And as we move forward, you guys, I really think you're going to be excited about what this company has in store for the next 12 months. You know, you should be excited. Any activity you take today is only going to make it better for you. And Shawn's smiling because he knows what we're doing. So it's a good thing, you guys. And you know, Shawn's going to get me into some real high level stuff here if this is what he's trying to do here, and get me in trouble on the call. but just know that the worst thing you can do is detail this decision to death. And the reason I say that is because you have a 30-day money back guarantee. And that means 100%. I mean, it's not, you can get involved, start opening those doors, start understanding, start looking at the systems, start looking at the product, make a decision tonight, help us push this team over that final hurdle so that you guys get to actually talk about the team that you're on. It's a special thing to be on a team that is moving as fast as this team is. So make a decision tonight. If for some reason you think that what you heard tonight is not something you want to participate with anymore, you got 30 days. You got 30 days. And we don't want you here if you don't want to be here. I mean, I know that sounds, I don't know, maybe a little weird, but we don't. We want people that are excited about what we're excited about, that will help us tell the story. And it's more about getting people in front of the information than actually delivering the information. The thing that slows people down is thinking they have to change from being a school teacher to a scientist, or from being from being whatever people do, to being a scientist. That's what slows people down. And you don't have to do it here. And I love that.
Well, I love this. We're going to rename this Real Talk with Tyler Daniels. But you guys, he's exactly spot on with this. When this profession, when this industry is done right, with the right products and the right people, it's one of the most extraordinary ways to do business. And if you look at things that are happening in the world right now, we're moving to an environment where people want to be more proactive about their health instead of reactive. They want to do it in a natural way as opposed to a synthetic or a drug route. And the way business is being done has shifted exactly into what we do, which is distribution straight to the consumer. Our specialty is just in that anti-aging niche, like Tyler said. So I'll reiterate, don't overthink it. If you have something pulling at you right now, I can tell you, you don't want to delay that, because the thing you cannot get back is time, right? And as we hit this wave, as we hit this acceleration mode within the company, you can't go back and change your enrollment date to 2 months prior, okay? And we have the system, the process is in place for you to have the success that you're looking to have. You just have to partner, put in the energy and effort to do it. So Tyler, we are so appreciative of your time. It means the world to Michelle and I that you are taking time out of your day away from your family to spend some time with us. But this is representative of LifeVantage. And the more success people have within LifeVantage, it's better for the entire company. And it's derived from people helping other people be better. Michelle?
Completely agree. And I appreciate being here, you guys. I'm happy to be a part of it. And I will leave you guys with one last thing for me, if I can. And I don't want to get way out in left field again here, but very rarely do you have an opportunity to do something in this entire industry, not our company, but the entire industry, like what's happening right now in this moment. When you have back-to-back people reaching the highest ranks in the company, if I was looking, I would be looking harder, because that is special. It's something that doesn't happen. And you'll understand maybe what I'm saying a little bit later in your journey with this industry or with this company. You'll understand a little bit later on, but this is a very special moment. I'm really super, I'm proud of these guys for what they've done. These last few years have been tough, and they were able to capture an energy to move their teams to making, I mean, we talked like 8 or 10 people on a call a couple nights ago that were within a few $100s of making rank. And I think they told me almost everyone has accomplished that. What a big, big deal. Okay. So please, I mean, ask the questions, you guys. I'm going to be helping these guys for a couple more hours tonight. If you have questions for me, get with whoever invited you on the call and reach out. I'm happy to have a couple private conversations if you guys need to. Reach out and let's make a decision. Let's make a decision on how you can be involved, whether it's on the health side for your family or whether it's on the financial side or both. Okay.
Love it. Michelle?
Incredible. Life is for living, you guys. Go out there, be present, own your life, create your life. Know that you are beautiful, strong, worthy. And again, like I said in the very beginning, this is real. Okay, this is real. So just take it in, message us. We are here for you. Like Tyler said, we are just going to be helping all through the evening. So bless you. Thank you again, Tyler. Thank you everybody for showing up. Get back to the person that invited you here tonight. Let them know where you stand. We are so excited to work heart to heart next to you and truly just go out and make a huge, massive difference in the world, one by one by one. Okay, everybody. God bless. Love you. See you later. Good night.
Last thing I'm going to say is we do have the recording of this. So if there was somebody that you were hoping to get on, but they had some sort of conflict, reach out to one of us and we will make sure that you have this call to share with them. So enjoy, and we will talk soon.
All
Thanks,
right. Good night, everybody.